I thought if I did everything right, we'd never argue.
I thought being perfect meant never needing help.
But love is not in the flawless. It's in the trying, the forgiving, and the mess.
This is Perfect Imperfections, unfiltered, unfinished, and apologetically human. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Fire and Spice Podcast. My name is Fire.
My name is Spice.
Welcome again to this space. So, story time. Hadithi. So, I was watching something on TV a while back. Nanataka maoni.
Okay.
So there was this pastor. He alikuwa he was explaining his side of the story. So alikuwa na masaibu kadhaa, and it caught my attention, so I wanted to talk about it. So he was explaining he has diabetes. And he has been struggling with it like for a long time. Nanakulanga tu venye anataka. So his wife, anajaribu kumwambia, maybe watch your diet, maybe do this, so that it can be controlled. He's like, I was born with it. My dad had it. This is in my lineage. Kwa hivyo, even for my shangu iko. Nika ashaji sentenced to, that's his life. Then fast forward to a couple of months later, kwa your show, he cheated on his wife. So when he cheated on his wife, akakuja tena explain. This man be loving to explain himself. And he said his dad cheated on his mother, so he does not know how to be a better man. He does not know how to be a better man. So he can't help it. Sikupenda kwake. So sasa mimi swali yangu ya leo ni penye tumezaliwa na tabia zetu ni kupenda kwetu ama we can't help ourselves. Kwa sababu ni man of God. Na unajua hii kani man of God, sasa sisi wenzetu washirika, is it our fault ama?
You see, that reminds me of something, and which caught my attention at the same time. In Nairobi somewhere, kuna jamaa tu alikuwaga kiwete mahali. Yeah? Omse sikuwa sure alikuwa kiwete.
Kanjo akikuja alikuwa anakimbia?
Sasa sijaikuwa. I've never seen him run, so sitaki kudanganya. But one day, we used to go to prayers very early in the morning. Na ataamka mapema by the way on Sunday. What happened for msi ameamka mapema, amekuja kubeg tu. So mimi siku moja mimi nikasema niko na imani wacha nimuombe.
Peter and John on the way to the temple.
Wacha nimuombe. Niko na imani. Hiyo siku nilikuwa nasikia niko na faith. Umse nikakaa chini naye kuongea naye about kumuombea apone. He didn't want to get healed.
He just wanted to continue begging.
Yeah, because I think alikuwa comfortable na hii now the space yenye yuko. Na that is hustle yake. Akipona ana hustle.
Lakini si okay.
So akipona ana hustle. So this like where we are coming from. We have situations that we take advantage of them. Like the man of God. Maybe with the situation alikuwa nayo, there was some goodies yenye akiwa bila hiyo situation, he would have to work more harder na ata lose those favors and those things.
Lakini sasa you're going to lose your whole family because your dad was something, ama because penye umetoka hivyo tu ndio unajua.
No, use that as an excuse.
So Sami, as the woman, kazi yangu ni understanding.
Itabidi, lakini but at the same time, you see those situations are the situations that people just use them in life to just be lazy. Like who say the crippled guy didn't want to get healed just because he didn't want to work like other people. kuamka mapema, kwenda kutafuta job, kufanya nini. He was making a living by just begging. And he saw like akiwa kwa hiyo situation maisha inaendelea. So he didn't know how to do life outside the situation. He had all the excuses.
You see, guys, Fire and Spice is all about life's perfect imperfections. So, akram say when you're perfect. We say that before, right?
Right.
But these imperfections, at what time do we embrace it and decide, okay, this is how my life looks like? So I will try and find the perfect in the imperfection. I'm a wunataka tu kange imperfect. Because I think that's the whole point of us sitting down here and talking about those imperfect situations. So this man of God was not born into a perfect situation. Like most of us, kila mtu kuna wenye wametoka place yenye umaskini imewakula. Like poverty is all you know. Uyu cheating and not being a good man and not taking care of his health was all he knew. But at what point is it your responsibility to do better?
You see, where you were born, I'll use this example. Maybe you were born where poverty is all you know. And you have all the excuses to stay there because that is all you know.
True.
Even your mind, kazi zenye unataka kutafuta, it's just like, you know you cannot get a job beyond this one. You have accepted yourself and you are comfortable there and you want to marry there, stay there, and bring another family, another generation. There.
Okay.
But when you get to this point that this is my situation, you cannot change the situation. Like the past.
Yeah.
You cannot change the past. Like I was born in, you didn't choose to be born in a poverty family, in a poor family. But you found yourself there. But now you need to just to get to that point that, yes, this is my situation. This is where I was born. This is what I have, but I can do better. I don't want my kids to have the same life that I had. I don't want, my generation, to bring up a generation with this situation. Because, and ata wasanii, anybody else, you go, you make some good money, you wouldn't want to live in the same hood you were born.
Oh, true.
Like, these are the neighbors you know since you were born. Baka wamekuwa parents, and you still now bring some other generations. Get out. Just get to that position that, you know what? Me, I had I think it's Kothe or somebody. She said, all I am doing is because I fear poverty.
Yes. Amen.
I fear poverty. Mimi, I don't want to go to that place again. I don't want to see my kids in where I was. I don't want to do the jobs that my dad did.
Get out. There's this thing that Joshua Selman always says. If you don't go out, you'll never know that there's a different life out there. And he always gives an example of being born in a village. All of you have the same life.
Yeah.
So ata kuna kuringia mwingine, nyote mko standard, the same. Then one day you go to town and you're like, kumbe you guys can have this. Kumbe kwenye kuna kuanga na majamfereji. And it opens up your eyes to a different life. But most of us want to be closed up in that village. Because everybody's like you. Nobody challenges you to be different. So yeah, guys, get out. Tembea. When you think you've made it, tembea. Kuna watu kwa nje, they're living life. By the way.
You see.
Yeah, kuna watu wanaishi maisha.
get out.
What?
Sababu, when you get out, now you face life.
Mm-hmm.
You face new challenges. Yenye una think you're not... You are scared of facing life as it is because you think you're not equipped enough to face those challenges.
Ooh.
Like, wewe unajua, this is the far you can go, this is where you were born, in the village, and you accept yourself and you label yourself as a village man, as a village woman. And when you don't get out the way you say,
Mm-hmm.
you will never realize that out of that village there is more into life. Mimi, I'll give this example, and I don't think it is a good example. When we were in school, I went to school. I went to school. Where did I even go to school?
Karomaido.
The problem is, I went to school. Every year I was in a different school. That is why I'm trying to...
Ulikuwa Mtukutu ama ni masaibu hizo za village.
No.
What was your problem?
Let me tell you.
Address the nation. This is your one chance. Speak your truth.
Let me just tell you. It was not... Sikukuwa Mtukutu. Yeah, when in primary school, what I did hapo, I went to a school called Nakuru Primary. I was born in Nakuru. So I went to a school called Nakuru. Nakuru Primary. So in class 3-4, my dad wanted to upgrade me. I'm the last one. So the rest had...
Finally, umekubali.
The rest had already wamemaliza shule. Some are working. So I'm the youngest. So my dad had that, the strength, the muscles to take me to a better school.
Mm-hmm.
So he moved me from Nakuru Primary to Menengai Primary, which is a better school. Nani ya mababi babi. So
village akaenda babi.
So unaimazi nimetoka village. Na nimezoea hizo vitu zote. Nimeenda kwa babi. Hata utafanya nisahau point yangu nataka kusema. So that move, ndio nitoke niende wherever I went, I performed well. So the problem ya mimi kwenda shule tofauti was when I went to Form 1, I didn't like the school. So I talked to my dad. Nizile zaweka hapo vumilia mwaka ishe. I'm like, I was bullied so much, and I was...
Ulikuwa mrefu hivi.
Nilikuwa mrefu na nini, lakini monolization by that time, na hiyo bullying was serious, was bad. Utapigwa. Hata siwezi sema zile vitu zenye nilifanyiwa. It was serious. So I was like, I cannot even finish. That is why I had to move. So I went to a different school. So what I'm trying to say is this: I moved and I found myself in a very remote school. Uko Chandani. Because I remember the second one. The third one, tukienda shopping ya kuenda shule, mimi nilibaywa hadi stove.
What kind of school you be going at?
Na mafuta hata.
Kwani ulikuwa headmaster?
Hapana. Now that school, I came to find out that school vile tulifika huko is a girls school.
Hey.
So, girls ndio wana board. Very remote. The boys don't board. So, wale boys wako huko ni wa kijiji wote.
So now you're coming with your own mamambo.
If you're coming from outside, you have to rent a house. You know? You have to rent a house. Like me, I had my room, 10 by 10 room. Niko na stove yangu, na kitanda yangu, na niko shule.
Brother, umeteseka. Umehangaika.
So what after that, I went to a different school still Ocha huko ndani. So this is what I was trying to say. Mali nilienda, we separated ourselves because I considered myself msewatao. So we separated ourselves. Wasewa Ocha tukawaeka kanda. And wasewa Wanai tukakuwa na cricket.
And is it because your mindsets were different.
Yes. Our mindsets were very different. But we had a very bad mindset. Like
Explain.
we didn't think people from the village can be something important.
But did the people from the village think they could be?
Oh yes. Let me tell you kwanza kwa entertainment. Let me tell you kwanza kwa entertainment. Ase waota walikuwa wanacheza band. We had a band in school.
Yeah, haiko shagombaya.
Let me just use this example of Zinipige, my classmates. It's a good example. So walikuwa wanacheza band. And that time was like right now we call the old school raga. They were doing well, whatever. Those, and then the Lingala thing was the lower coffee. Those, that band.
They could play that?
Oh my good. And they had dancers. So they were outshining us, was it what? Tao. We were looking down on them. But these guys were so good. Even rappers wow could sing a Katirang song. A song that I don't have words. Yenye mimi mwenyewe nimetoka Tao hata sina words. They could sing it word by word. They are dancers. Kwine. Those guys.
Ni juu ya hiyo boarding school ya ku rent nyumba.
No, hiyo ni shule ingine. Hiyo si ya kurent.
Ni ingine, the next victim.
Hiyo ni next victim after ya kurent. So those guys were so good in entertainment and even in class. They were so smart.
Wow.
Yeah, lakini sasa si tulikuwa tumewachukulia kwa sababu ni wase wa Ocha. And the bad thing is, Form 1 and 2, we used to wear shorts. Until you get to Form 3, ndio utavaa shao.
Pants.
Utavaa trouser refu. So, they were so good. And us from Tao, we couldn't even compete. Mpaka tukaitana kamkutano, we were like, you know what, these guys, hata tuwezi bishana now. When they get there to entertainment, all the girls will scream because it is a mixed school. All the girls will scream. So we were looking for that opportunity to outshine ours. Now we ourselves tumevaa short. By that time, kulikuwa na wase wanaitwa Lost Boys. So
3/4 pants.
3/4, but one leg is short, the other one is long.
Fashion problems.
So functionally, we are sagging and all that, but we are not even getting the attention that we are looking for. Even in entertainment, we will go. Your time, sisi we chose. They were the reggae people and dancehall raga. We were the hip hop and R&B team from Nairobi.
Na bado
nobody knows hip hop.
Na tu R&B, Tyrese Mapenzi.
Tutafanya tutaenda kwa Nation gazeti.
Na kata the buzz. Asha.
Asha.
Neo.
Joe. Zozote. You cram the lyrics, you come and perform them. Nobody hata anajua hizo vitu. You come do them. I remember that time Ice Cube, Snoop Dogg that time walikuwa ndio akina Dr. Dre. You come and sing a Dr. Dre song yote.
Nobody cares.
Nobody knows it apart from 3-4 people wenye mmetoka Nairobi na. But wait until those guys step in on that stage.
Akita Jaysikia wasewa ushago. Like I've never had an example of people who have actually, because that sounds like people who have embraced the situation.
Yes.
Like this is where we're at, but we're going to make the most of it to be successful.
And they didn't know. They didn't know. They were like, you know what? Ase wa Nairobi, hatuwezi wa outshine in maybe pande ya shopping. Ungekuja kwa box yangu ama kwa box ya mse wa Nairobi, kuna Britannia biscuits, kuna nini. They cannot maybe afford that. So the only thing they will outshine you ni zile vitu zenye
they are able to do.
They are able to do by themselves.
But then that opens doors to so many things. Yes. And this person will not be limited to that place in Yametoka.
Yes.
I like that.
And they were so good. And now I say, Even in class, they were so smart. They might not have a good English.
But
the accent yao ni aocha. Where yako ni poor maybe. But books,
they got it going.
Composition kuyandika, those guys was.
But you see, it's a person that takes the situation they're in at.
Yes.
And they're like, this is all I have.
Yeah.
I will make this work for me until anakupita wewe mwenye uko na all these opportunities.
Yeah.
But most people, wangekuwa in the same situation, they would have been stuck comparing themselves to you guys.
Yeah.
Like, oh, these ones have this and we don't have this. And you forget there's something that you have inside of you that you could use. Hata mimi mwenye niko na kitu, I'm looking at you like a competition, a threat.
Yeah.
And do most people in life do that? Because I know there's an English saying that says you can take a man from the village, but not the village from the man. Most people, even if you take them out of poverty, if you take them out of their situations, but your situation is ingrained inside of them.
You see, it's a mindset thing. It's a mindset. Nah, and that is why when we started, we said move. Get out of your comfort zone and see things are done differently. You can, that mindset, as long as you are not in that mindset, your village, whatever is a limitation to you. Ukishatoka kwa hiyo mindset, you will start seeing life in a different perspective, a different angle. And you will embrace the challenges zenye life inaleta. But you have now to understand, you have now to be in that position that I am ready to face life. I am equipped enough. My mother, my parents, the way I was brought up, my mother amenipea advice. Good advice is not enough because that I've seen it.
Yeah.
They will always talk to us. So you get to that point where I feel more equipped to face life and to face challenges. And now I'm ready to do it. Lakini watu wengi, we don't get to that point here. You feel equipped, you feel life has challenges. Now you're ready to face them. You just hide in that cocoon of I am in this situation, and hata watu wanajua.
See that point right there of someone is poor, or let's use poverty because it's one thing that most of us have gone through in one way or another, or whatever life circumstance you go through. Mnaweza tuambia your crutch ni gani nikimaliza, but kila mtu ame go through something significant in life. Inaweza kuwa you've gone through poverty, you've grown up, maybe sasa you don't even have the parents when you mesema to give you advice. They're not there. So you're navigating this life by yourself or with the help of other people. You grow up, you're a grown human being, and you're still making excuses for that. Come on, baba. Sawa, baba yake alikuwa na diabetes. Tunamhurumia sisi wote. But at what point do you say, I don't want to stay, inasemanga kwa Bible, I don't want to go around this mountain any longer. Because I think it's Romans chapter 12 verse 2. It says, be ye transformed by the renewal of your mind. But most of us, we don't even experience the change because our mindset is still the same. You feel like, I've been through this hard thing. And ni mbaya, kila mtu anaona. Hata uhitaji to make explanations. I've really been through this bad thing. There's one thing with... I am sorry in advance to my sister. I am sorry in advance. But kuna mtu mwenye tunaitanga on that fateful day. Because you say, alienda through a very traumatic thing. But it was so many years ago. Like by the time she was going through this thing, we were like kids. Sai, we are grown people. But this person has, like, hautaimpata akiongea kitu ingine. If she's called into an event, on that fateful day, I kanisa ushuda, on that fateful day. Mkienda out as women on that fateful day. Like, she will never, ever have anything to say apart from that fateful day. If she meets new people on that fateful day, Neondo signature. On that fateful day, this happened to me. But at what point do you move on from your fateful day and take responsibility to do better? Like, at least to move on. Let me not say to do better. That sounds like a harsh thing. But to change it, to change the narrative.
You see, that reminds me. That reminds me of somebody somewhere. When you see me,
uko na fateful day pia wewe?
Hapana, sio fateful day, but you see, when the parents they lost their parents when they were young. Both parents, so they are orphan.
Oh.
So that has been an excuse ya navigate maisha. So unajua mimi oishe, I'm an orphan, oishe, oh, you understand.
Didn't we have like a woman who was saying this?
It is true. You are an orphan. You cannot change that.
Yeah.
But now the problem is, Aki, for years, mpaka umegrow, umekuwa na familia, you still use that.
Oh.
Oh, I cannot do this because I'm an orphan.
But unacheki, it's an already hard situation.
Yes.
Ni kamkutano kagani aka unafaa kujiita, ujiambie, mimi sijui utajiambia nini, but like this has happened. But life haiwezi kaa hivi.
In the past episode we had said don't walk alone. Don't walk alone. And don't walk with the same people. It is not good. It is good to walk with the same people with the same mindset, but spread your wings to challenges that are different from what you know.
Oh yeah.
No.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing. You approach that. You are looking at life in this angle, and when you look at life in this angle, you see a mountain.
Ah.
I think you are the one who was talking about it. Yeah, maybe. You see a mountain. When and this is you when you are alone. But when somebody else looks at the same in a different angle, maybe anaiangalia on the other side, he sees a flat road, a flat land. It's easy for him to tell you, hey, zunguka upitia hapa.
Lakini mimi sioni
jina na wewe ukiangalia hauoni njia, because this is what unaona. So as much get out of here, look for people who have a direction in life. You're trying.
Where?
You're trying. When you share at them, they will not take that as a way wanalia na wewe.
Tunalia 2 minutes alafu na kugonga. Like do better.
Yeah, do better. Okay, you've been saying this for years. So what? Are you the only offer?
Like, you gonna take it nikikwambia do better.
But sasa simuniambia in a nice way.
Si nimekwambia tutalia for 2 minutes. Alafu nikwambia nye bro. Hata next week ukikam tulie, is it gonna change?
Now, you see, change comes from you.
Where?
Change comes from you. Unless you decide yourself to change. People can advise you, but they cannot decide for you.
Where?
Like,
sema hivyo tena.
As much as you get advice, wase uniambie nikuje niuishie kwako nilie, then you advise me, uniambie bro, do better na nini. It's my choice if I will change or not. So choices, and that brings me to something different. I was watching something this morning, and this pastor said, Abraham and Eve in the Garden of Eden.
Adam.
Oh.
Unapenda use?
Unapenda Abraham.
Ni father of faith.
So Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden, they had all the privileges zenye Mungu alikuwa amewapatia.
Yeah.
Mungu akawapatia directions akamwambia the tree, this tree wachaneni nayo, you can use anything else but leave this tree. And the Bible says, I'm not preaching, so let me just
turn it. The
Bible says the tree, when you eat this tree, that was the instruction, you will know good and bad, right? I will go deeper and say, when you eat this tree, it's a matter of life and death. And why do I say that? Before eating the tree, they experienced life. There was no death. There was no death.
I can't remember.
There was hakukuwa na kukufa.
Yeah.
Until when walikula ile matunda, that is when there were consequences. And the consequences were death. Like you have a choice to choose life or death in your hands, and God has given you that freedom to choose. Hata kuchagulia, hata kupatia choices. I mean, hata kupatia, you choose yourself. You make a choice. So in life is the same thing. As much as you have choices in your hands, unaweza amua in this way, share moment forever na uko comfortable. But unaweza jipiga kifua useme, you know what? This is my situation right now.
Yeah.
I'm making a choice to get out of this situation.
Yeah.
What am I trying? What do I have to do
to get? Because Ivo, to your story, to mepeana, is the one thing that my dad tells us like when we make major steps in life. Like the first time he had to take me to high school, the first time we all went to college, every time we make a major step, antupianga your story. Na anasemanga kuna kitu moja God ametupatia ni free will. You might decide to be like me, and he says very well, you might decide to be like me, and you will never see anything bigger in life than this. Or you might go out from this space and make a choice, and you come back bigger than me. And then he prays and you go. When you come back, then he will tell you, you had a choice. He gave you everything he has, which is God. And God has given you everything in you to make the choice. But most of us, we act like God am a limit. Now see what time and chance happens to all of us.
Yeah.
But we all act like kuna watu wengine walipewa 25 hours in a day and others got 24. It's all the same. It's crazy. It's how life happens to all of us with the same opportunities, but we come out with different things. And still on your point, I think it was on Father's Day when he was preaching.
Yeah.
And he said, the hardest decisions are the ones that we delay most on. Like if it's a decision of, what am I going to eat for dinner? I think it could take 5 minutes. Hey, what am I going to wear?
Pick.
This one.
Yeah.
But a decision that changes your life. So do you have to pray and fast for 40 days? And then you have to eat a committee to make a decision of your life. You have to ask the ancestors and the future people and the neighbors. You waste so much time when it might be just a matter of moving, like getting out. And then you waste life and waste it. But what does it take for you to make that decision?
I will say acknowledge and embrace the reality. Like you accept this is where I am, this is me, this is the reality. And you cannot change that right now, but you can change the future on where you're going.
Oh yeah.
You can, because you have accepted first. When you accept that you have a problem, I'm sure you're working to get out of that problem. That is what I think.
You hope.
I hope. When you accept that I'm poor, but and you are trying to get out of this poverty, you have to do something now. So accept the reality and embrace it. And use that, watu wanasemanga, kama ushuhuda. This will be a testimony.
Okay. Lakini na wewe ikikuwa testimony kaya mtu a faithful day.
Hapana, sasa ya faithful ameamua atatoka hapo. Yeye hiyo ni choice yake. Ameamua this is my destination.
Oh.
If I lose this, I lose my testimony.
Guy.
So, yeah, I build testimony. Yeah, ako nayo already.
Ati mtu kwa na ka points. Ama kaswali. Could it be ni watu saa zingine wanatuwekanga hapo na sisi tunakubali kuwekwa? Jibu cheki, if I share my faithful day story na wewe, alafu nibuishe nione akameingia. Alafu every time I share it, your response is not, nobody ever responds to tell me you overcame whatever you overcame. So use it as a stepping stone to do something greater. Your wishe.
And that is, I think I say the same thing. Because when I sympathize with you, I'm not helping you. I sympathize and help. It is good to sympathize. Because already unaona, this is a situation, and they are suffering. They have that scar. Yeah. So you need to sympathize. And after sympathizing, what are you doing? What are you doing to help? Most people sympathize and full stop.
Lakini sasa unatupe majukumu.
And that is why you need to find your tribe.
Oh.
Because when you find your tribe, sita feel ni majukumu, sita feel una ni burden.
Hiyo ni point. Kwa hivyo okay.
Sita feel umenibebesha kamzigo kako.
Oh, just to
I feel like, what do I need to do to help my brother? What do I need to do to help my sister? Sita feel amekuwa mzigo kila time ananileteanga washe zake. So sita fika hapo mpaka I start avoiding you. Okay. And that is how you lose even friends.
Wanasikia kama majukumu.
Hii ni majukumu. They leave.
Yeah. Okay. Hey.
So the people that leave, they leave you even with a scar.
Because now you have been abandoned.
Alafu ananiachanisha hata ananiachanisha tu hivi. Hata afadhali singe. They leave you with a scar. And that tells you that was not your child. Let them go.
Way.
They were not supposed to be on your circle. Wachana nao.
Way.
So when you wakiwoshe, wakienda,
unaacha tuende.
Wacha waende.
Unatafuta watu wengine wakukuoishe.
And ustafta. Wenye watakupatia solution. Wenye watakuoshe na wakupatia solution. And I will say this then on my second point, just focus on what you can control. Wachana na control. Yes, I was poor. I cannot control that. I was born in this family. I cannot control that. Like to me, I will not say here, but I was ashamed where my father used to work. And I never talk about where my father used to work. Until today, I'm grown up. I don't like to talking about it.
Yeah.
I was ashamed. But just because I was ashamed, that thing that I was ashamed of paid my school fees.
True. Where?
I was ashamed to talk about what my father is doing. But I am what I am because of what he was doing. God used that to bring me up. Because that is what he had in his hand.
Hey, Musa, what do you have in your hands?
That is what my dad had in his hand. And when I think about it most of the time, sometimes I just lock myself in a room and appreciate this man. Because he worked weird jobs.
To make sure
I'm a feed family yake. And my dad, hata kama hata afford nyama hiyo siku, afadhali anunue matumbo.
Lakini kukuleka something.
Lakini amepitia kwa butchery.
Wow.
Kwao make sure nyumba yake imenuka nyama. Kwa wengine kukinuka nyama, kwake pia kutanuka. Afadhali hapa imatu. Nowadays hata ni kuzuri kuna nyama mpaka ya grams. Mpaka ya 40. Kuna nyama ya 40.
Yeah.
So he used, because he could not control, mimi siwezi control what my dad used to do. You accept that.
But isn't he like a really good example of a person that didn't allow like he acknowledged this is what I have and made the best out of it to make sure that he has given you a stepping stone to say if you choose to make excuses wewe sasa ndo shida because yeye ali make the best out of it but how many of us do hivyo venye umesema because in a sound unajua kuna vitu zingine watu wanafanyanga kwa like we huyu alienda above and beyond and that is one of it like msee mwenye ukiangalia chenye ako nayo na chenye anafanya azimatch. But
you see, I would say when we just break the situation into smaller, manageable steps, you break the situation. Just this is, I cannot control this, but I can break the situation into smaller, manageable steps. I take one step
at a time,
the manageable one. Kuna zingine ni ngumu.
I think it's more to break it down.
Yeah.
So right now you are in a situation that's difficult and you want to make a change. You have the big picture. I always tell everyone, before you move, have the big picture. Know where you're going. Ukikuwa na iyo picha ndo ile, that's where I'm going, that's what I want to attain, then what do I need to do? What is between me now and that big picture? So if the first thing would be to get some sort of training to move to that place, that's step one. And I will not think about step 2, step 3, step 4. I will make sure I just achieve step 1. But most of us, we want to do step 1, 2, 3, and 4 at the same time. Because you're rushing towards the big picture. And we forget that every step is a big step. Sababu nikisonga sai, make your step. If, let's say, it's the same thing you're talking about school and everything. We go to school and you don't think about, I'm trying to get a good job to be there. But you being in school, you're not trying to apply for that big job yet. You're trying to get qualified for the big job. But most of us want to move through life going to school and applying for the big job. And then you're mad when you don't get the big job. And you want to punish everyone for not... like, how dare you discriminate me? How dare you not open the doors for me? But it's all steps. Yeah. And, yeah. So.
Again, I would just say it is good to cultivate a positive mindset.
Lakini, ukikuwa na faithful day hapo, positivity unaionea wapi? Kwa mawishe. Mi hapo kwanza kwa wishe, okay.
Niilize wapo kwa wishe kuna nini? Kuna nini hapo kwa wishe?
Nitawambia.
Sema.
Lakini yaki. Nika investment. Kwa sababu ukiniwishe nika invest, nika kazi, nika side gig.
Wait. So nikikuwishe, you are expecting me to give you something?
You better. Unezaji nihurumia alafu na niwishe tu hivyo bure. Cheki.
Uko kazi.
Sinio. Si. Nimefikiria hivyo saa hii nikaona uwishe ni kazi. Na nasikiliza hizo points zako. Na apply.
Oh.
Na skills za point zako nimeanza kuzi-apply.
So when you lose that,
It's
you lose your investment.
Ka side gig. By the way, hata sikuwa nimefikiria hivyo.
Okay. So you'd not want to lose that
Ebu sasa ona nimekuja nikakupatia story ya venye nimehangaika. Utaniacha niende nikiwa nimehangaika? Si utanipata ka something kakuniacha nisihangaike tena kidogo.
Kupanguza machozi.
Kakawoishe. Keyword ni kawoishe. Pole kama shikilia handkerchief. Alafu niende hii.
So endo kwenye chai kama
chai yes ni kitu kama ka juice. Nyama inapanguzanga machozi.
Sasa si kitu tu ya kupanguza machozi.
Let's make kuweka kitu ka soft.
Ama kitu kako na sukari.
Bas. But I feel cause mimi na apply. Wasikilizaji, watazamaji, msifuate point zangu. Maana mtateseka maishani. But
I didn't look at it like that.
No, because the way you're saying the point, me wanna relate to these people who are positive people. But on the other side of the Woishe association, even when you unasema hapo kwa hizo points, ai mradi.
Ini biz. Ini hustle. Oh my God.
Sasa unatungekuwa na kaseme hivi alafu.
So wacha tuseme hivi.
Ndio maana mseli katomuombe hata yeye alikuwa na Woishe ministry.
Allow me to use this example.
I
don't know. Nisamehe tu vita baadaye. I understand the situation that you were in yourself. You went through some tough time. You got your accident. Maybe people are asking what happened with your leg and all that. And it is a tough time.
Siku Woishe huko umenipatia hizo points hiyo siku.
It is a tough time. Unajua, you went through the surgeries, ukaeko hizo machuma zote. Ungekuwa Woishe hata sasa hiyo ungekuwa unatembea. Ungekuwa Woishe association sasa hata ungekuwa unapiga job.
Ni juu siku kwa nimechua.
Ungetoka kwa wheelchair.
Amko mmeniambia.
Umelalia haso wewe.
Ndio nimeona. Because I could.
Yeah.
I could. I really
But what does it take? I think what does it take to get out of there? What did it take to
get out of there?
Get out of there. Zile za mimi nimeumia, nimeweka chuma zenye niko, I will push, life lazima iendelee. What did it take?
First of all, lazima ujipatie time ya kujiwoishe. Lazima wewe, si kila mtu, wewe ujipatie, na si mingi. I have a rule in life that I don't celebrate more than 24 hours and I don't jurumia more than 24 hours. It doesn't mean that I stop appreciating moments or I stop going through emotions, but I don't let it linger. The problem with big things in life, that rule doesn't apply. So even when I went through like my accident and anything, that thing lingered. So my rule of thumb didn't apply. Sababu kapo ni day 1, umefanywa surgery, alafu akakwambia, hii ni ya kukushikilia, nifikirie venye nitafanya hiyo surgery ingine. So you can't pause. Life in itself stops, and also it changes your whole life. So lazima ujipatie time ya kujiboishe. Like life yangu yote change. I have to figure out how to, for my case, I have to figure out how to walk again. I have to figure out how my work is gonna look. How my kila kitu by the way. I have to figure it out again. But at that situation, nikimaliza kujiboishe, then I decide, do I want to allow this to be a limitation? Ama do I want to work towards kujipatia nguvu? Yeah, life is songe. And most people, and I think even my doctors are surprised until this day. I think after being in the hospital for so many months, like ilikuwa karibu hata the whole year, ilifika place nika realize you will not move on until wewe mwenyewe decide. But pia you will not move on venye wewe unataka. So see ati I'm in a tough situation, I just want to get out of it. Venye tu ulisema, everything has scars. So I'll not just get out of it hivyo tu. How do I adjust to this the way it looks? And how do I adjust my life? Kabla sijangojea nyi mkuje kunisave, kabla sijazoea watu waniwoishe, kabla sijangojea hizi vitu zingine zote. How does the new norm look? If that means that you can't walk as fast as everybody else, are you going to choose to sit down or are you going to choose to walk? If that means that you're not going to be able to do some activities that you used to do before, are you going to stop living life kwa sababu kuna vitu zenye ulikuwa unafanya before zenye huwezi fanya? Ama uta-adjust life, utafute raha style ingine. So most of us tunapenda hiyo, ndo naambia sikuwa najua Woishe ministry. Sasa nimejua wasikilizaji watazamaji, ninaona naweza recruit maybe for the rest of the year.
You're too late.
Like
Too late. Ushatoka kwa wait ya.
Niko nayo sikutupa. Lakini so kama mnataka kujoin my Woishe ministries, munirumie, but also do better. It's you have to life hakuna mse mwenye akona life soft. We look at other people na life inaenda poa. Even right now, I always tell people, when you come to throne room and see me doing throne room, alafu nione after throne room, two different people. Because I'll be standing there and doing what I got to do, alafu nikitoka hapo ata mgoi songi. And ukinichukua huo mse mwenye ako hapo mbele, no wanze kujikompea na mse. Mse amesimama hapo ni grace ya God na decisions mingi sana. And you want to compare yourself with that. But instead of wasting your time comparing yourself to a finished product, how about we learn that life ni ngumu kwa kila mtu? It just depends on the decisions you make. Back to your point of decisions and free will. And sasa jumekatani join Woishe Association. Tumalize ama tuendele?
Wacha tumalize. And I will say this as we finish.
Yeah.
The same way umepea an example that when people see you doing the ministry, throne room ministry, they will maybe want to be like you, want to do what you do. And I remember, I don't remember when, but Pastor said they see the gain, but they don't see the pain.
Sure.
People look at the gain and admire this gain, what you've gained, but they don't know the pain that you went through to gain that grace. So, tumalizie hapo, and I will say catch up on our next episode, Fire and Spice, and thank you for subscribing to this channel. If you have not, touch that subscription button, and God will bless you. That is one way of supporting us, by subscribing, by sharing, and commenting. And let's know what you think or what you want us to talk about in our next episodes. And let us have feedbacks from you guys from what you are doing, and maintain hope and growth.
I like that. Life's perfect imperfection. Till next time, be good and God bless.
God bless. Adios.